All right, Ian. Breaking news from Cheap Ass Gamer Twitter.
GameStop is a guaranteed to love it program. You're going to love it.
I guess the new CEO is coming out with a plan.
Got a plan.
Turn this ship around.
Actually, I feel like the plan is pretty decent. I don't have a whole lot of bad stuff to say here about this. So the Guaranteed to Love It program, it's starting with the game Days Gone.
Guaranteed.
And it looks like they'll be using this on all new releases going forward. Basically, if you buy a game at launch, and you don't like it and you take it back within 48 hours, you get your purchase back in the form of trade-in credit.
Minus the tax.
Minus the tax. And honestly, that's fine. I saw people complaining about it, like
receipt required, standard edition only. Well, they're starting with Days Gone. They're starting
Yes.
with one game, I guess, to pilot this. Employees not eligible, legal. They literally, someone got the transactional processing. I guess they put it by the register, and they took a picture of it and tweeted it.
Yep.
It's a scoop. It's a scoop, Ian. I'm trying to read this. Trades must be in full working condition to receive full value. Defective items may be eligible for trade at a lesser value. Trade subject to manager approval. See store associate for details. No dealers. What's the dealer do? Cannot be combined with credit bonus for paid power-up rewards, memberships, or any other offer. Okay.
So basically all it is a new game comes out, and if you don't like it, you can exchange it for almost a full credit amount back. And then
minus your tax.
And then they end up with a used copy of a game to sell.
So they got to report the tax anyway, so they have to take the money.
I don't think this is an awful thing. I think it's fine. There's people I've seen complain about how other places will give you... No, there's almost no place... This seems to be a common misconception. There's almost no place that is going to give you your cash back
for an open new game.
An open new game.
No, absolutely not.
And there are people who are bitching. They're like, "Oh well, I want my cash." No, that's not how it works. You have to meet businesses halfway. Let's be fucking reasonable here.
This is
for as much as I dislike GameStop, this is fine.
It's fine, and
I mean the worst thing that's going to happen is people will take advantage of it.
Oh, they absolutely will.
On GameStop's side, which is whatever. But there's really nothing here that GameStop's doing wrong. It's a nice.
This is a rental, a free rental.
Yeah. Well,
in a way,
you have to be willing to commit that money to a game. But yeah, now you're.
This is a way to get your ass coming back to their store specifically.
Yeah.
Right. Otherwise, because they're the only ones offering this. Toys R Us, but you're not gonna get this deal at any other news store.
No.
You're not gonna get it at Target. You're not gonna get buying it on Amazon. So this is a way to say, hey, listen, and they're gonna start with this, and maybe they'll roll it out to more and more games. So this is what it's going to do. Through this, they're going to try to get the lead on getting pre-orders for future games. Because if you know this exists, why wouldn't I pre-order from them, knowing that once I get it, if I don't like it, I can at least get credit back, or if I beat it, I can abuse the system and get the credit back.
Right.
It's not cash, but it's credit towards a future game.
If you are someone who is buying games, if you're someone who is really...
You're a guy who buys... say you buy 20 new games a year, 25 new games a year.
Then, it doesn't matter. This is... that money's already invested. Mm-hmm. Now it's invested safer.
Now I feel that maybe I can play through Spider-Man in a couple of days and get it back. Maybe I can do that. Or maybe there's a loophole in the future where you get your trade credit back, and no, you can't get the trade credit. It's a cash deal. I was trying to find a way to keep looping it around, but you can't do that. But at least you can get another game. So it's almost like a twofer in a way if you can play the game within 2 days. It's a rental.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone's going to really be able to play the game in 2 days.
There might be some people.
Yeah, I mean,
play through Spider-Man in a day, the weekend.
Sure.
I can picture the Friday sales being nuts. You know, this is like renting a game, get that extra day.
Oh yeah.
You know, you want that special extra day on the rental. You want the 2 days. So you come in on a Friday night, you buy the game, you have all Friday night, all of Saturday and Sunday, and you return it for credit. Here's the deal, though. Outside of what I think about, maybe they'll be able to get more pre-orders. This on its face isn't going to make them more money. It's going to move more of their pre-owned stuff out, right?
Sure.
But once that's not going to guarantee new games are coming back. into them. However, though, Ian, they can resell the game coming back in as pre-owned.
That's what I was saying at the beginning.
Oh, I missed that.
You looked right at me and
I was
like it was acknowledged, but yeah, no, they get that game to sell. They get a new game to sell for $5 less because that's what they charge. They charge like $55 if a game is $60.
So they're not making double the money because they return the cash to the original person. Or no, they return it to credit. They're making more money. They are.
They come out ahead on this.
They come out ahead if you don't use the credit, especially too.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they're going to assume that some people aren't going to use the credit, and those used copies will sell. Yeah, I mean, the only people who are going to possibly get screwed here is GameStop. If anyone hasn't thought this through, it's on the business end of it, and it's interesting. It's not me. I don't like GameStop. But it's funny to me how people will try to find something bad in literally fucking everything.
There's not
no
many,
store has to do this.
There's not many avenues that GameStop could go in order to lengthen their amount of time on this earth.
Yeah,
this is one that could help stop the bleeding. I'm not gonna say it's gonna keep them afloat.
This is gonna bring pre-orders back in. It's what it's gonna do. It's gonna bring pre-orders back because people
if they roll it out to every single game.
But sure. And I think that's what they will probably if they do. But like, imagine, I think so many more people would have bought Anthem or even tried Anthem. And I'm not saying Anthem's a good game, but this is what people need, I think, to get that, what's the word I'm looking for, the confidence back to pre-order games. Because now reviews don't, sometimes reviews don't come out until the day a game is released.
Sure.
Sometimes, the game is truly broken at launch. So now, with games like Anthem and stuff like that and all those problems, people are like, oh, I don't want to pre-order anything. Now they can, and they can, there's still a loophole in there, so they're not completely boned if it's an awful game.
Well, even if they're stuck with some games where they have to get their money back and they're sitting on the shelf as pre-owned, well, that's going to happen too.
Yes.
There's going to be some stinker games that they're going to lose that money and not necessarily gain it back. Well, they get it back because through the credits. So they still made the sale. It's either, I was going to say, then it's not even a loss leader. People are going to, they still made the sale.
You're just shoveling the money around.
It's just credit. Yeah. And if credit's to them is not worth as much as cash.
It's not like you're keeping something.
Yeah, credit's not worth as much as cash because you're putting credit towards something that isn't, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's fine. The whole thing works out unless you have credit towards a new game, so then they don't make money on the new game. Yeah.
Now I think it's going to be a nightmare on their end.
Oh, the amount of trade-ins they might get now, like on a Sunday.
It's going to be a goddamn nightmare.
This is what I'm going to say about this. On the surface, this could be something that could net them a little bit of money overall or help, but this could have unknown consequences. 6 months from now, a year from now, this is rolled out to every game. This could have some sort of weird effect we're not seeing. You know what the first thing I thought of when I saw this? When Blockbuster got rid of their fees for late fees.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they did the whole campaign, it's over!
Yeah.
They did this whole campaign touting to get more people to come in to rent more stuff. We don't have late fees anymore. Keep it for a month, and basically then we'll just like charge you for the thing. You know what happened? It hastened their demise because so much of Blockbuster's revenue came in from late fees.
Yeah.
And they cut it. I'm not saying this is a similar situation on its face, but this could have unintended consequences that we can't see right now that will play themselves out later on. I don't know. I just can't think of them right now. But yeah, I this is nothing to complain about. It's more option to the consumer.
It's just going to, I mean, if it fucks them over, it fucks them over. But yeah, I don't see any reason why people would actually complain about it.
It could be more pre-orders. That's one thing. It could be more pre-orders on its face.
Yeah.
Maybe. If you know that there's a chance I'm going to return it in 48 hours. I'm going to try to milk the system.
Right.
I don't think that's going to be a huge amount of people, though.
No, because honestly, a lot of it, when it just comes down to it, a lot of people don't.
I want to rush to play the game in 2 days in a weekend. We have lives. Some of us.
A lot of people, even when they don't like something, don't come back and bother to do anything.
It's not worth their
about
time.
It. Right, exactly. So
okay. It's a little bonus. All right. Thanks to Cheap Ass Gamer for the scoop.
Scoop-a-doop-doop.